Mr. President, all parties are in place for the 2024 spring commencement of the University of Montana. As chair of the Faculty Senate, which has recommended these candidates for graduation, I declare the commencement exercises open.
Thank you, Head Marshal Fern. And good morning, everyone. My name is Seth Bodner, and I have the honor to serve as president of the University of Montana. And I want to welcome everyone to our beautiful campus for the Spring 2024 commencement ceremony. As we begin, I want to ask everyone to please remain standing and join our song leader, Allie Archambault, a UM student and graduate of Browning High School, in singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes
Thank you, Allie. Great job. Please remain standing. Just got to make sure. Color guard, post the colors. The University of Montana acknowledges that we are standing here today in the Aboriginal territories of the Salish and Kalispel people, a number of whom are our colleagues, students, and friends. Today and every day, we honor the path that they have always shown us in caring for this place for generations to come. Now, I'd like to welcome to stage now the Rawhide Singers, as they will present an honor song recognizing each of the students graduating today.
Once again, we're honored to be here to sing an honor song for the graduates, the faculty. We've been coming up here for many years with Earl. He journeyed home now. Today's song, we're going to honor the students and faculty. Earl, it's a victory song. And Earl always says, whatever you accomplish in your life, raise your hand or whatever, dance right in one position. But it's a victory song. So that's what we'll be singing for you guys this morning. With me, I have Arlen Edwards. He's an alumni here. He was out there. To my left here is Josh Horn. Just to give you a brief background of the Rawhides, I'm the last one of our group. In our language, it's called Nitsitapui. I stand alone, but now I have helpers. Josh Horn is Kenny Oldperson's grandson. He took his place. Arlen Edwards is grandson of Earl Oldperson, Chief Earl Oldperson. He took his place. So I have helpers now. Thank you.
Thank you, Rawhide Singers. Now, please be seated. It's an exciting day. While we are here, of course, to celebrate all that you have accomplished as students, we are equally celebrating the many exciting things ahead for each of you. You know, there's nothing more joyful for me as president than learning about the individual paths that bring each graduate to this day. You've likely overcome many challenges to reach this point. This is a class, of course, that endured the challenges of a global pandemic during their time here at the University of Montana. You've also, of course, enjoyed many successes, both in and out of the classroom. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart, congratulations. Everyone here at the University of Montana is proud of you. You should be proud too. It has been a privilege for all of us to watch, to get to know you, to see you learn and grow and develop into the tremendous people that you are today. Now, of course, nothing of significance is ever achieved alone. It takes a team. And so I want to acknowledge the people gathered to celebrate you today. Your parents and loved ones, friends and family, spouses, partners, children, grandchildren. I'm confident that many seated here in the Adams Center today played a pivotal role in helping each of you, our graduates, make it to commencement. So your accomplishment, of course, is a shared accomplishment. And I want to ask our graduates to please give a round of applause to those here who helped make these achievements possible. Next, I want to acknowledge my colleagues here today, the community of dedicated professionals who live and work here in Missoula and make the University of Montana a place of excellence. Seated to your left, graduates, are members of the University of Montana faculty. These talented individuals have dedicated their lives to educating you, the future leaders of our state and our country. Our faculty mentor and teach. They generate new and impactful research. They create meaningful works of art, and they provide transformational experiences to help our students reach their full potential. And I'll ask everyone to please recognize the extraordinary efforts and many contributions of the University of Montana faculty. Working alongside our exceptional faculty are the dedicated staff members of the University of Montana. And while sometimes our staff members may not be as visible to our students, all of these individuals play an essential role in supporting the day-to-day experiences of all students. And I'd like to introduce our Staff Senate President, Coco Ponce, who is here on representing our staff. And I'd ask everyone to please give all of our University of Montana staff members a round of applause. Finally, I am deeply grateful for members of the Commencement Committee, the musicians, the faculty marshals, the color guard, and all the people who have worked day and night to make today's ceremony successful. And I want to give a special thank you to our sign language interpreter, Brandy Reinhardt. Yes, thank you, Brandy. Our name readers, Benny Bedard and Denny Bedard, sorry, Denny. You're better at reading names than I am. So, and Peter Christian, as well as Regent Joyce Dombrowski and Registrar Maria Mangold. Please give these individuals a round of applause. Now, class of 2024, today you become part of the legacy of the University of Montana. The diploma that you'll receive proves that you graduated. That's important. But it's more than that, of course. And when you receive your diploma, you'll see that there's language on that document that says a diploma is a physical symbol of the rights, privileges, and honors, as well as the obligations and responsibilities appertaining to your specific degree. And now we often talk about the value of a degree, and it is valuable. The rights, the privileges, the honors part. But I hope that each of you will also take to heart the part about obligations and responsibility. You are among the select few in our global society who will have had the privilege of gaining a post-secondary education. Your education has prepared you very well to succeed, and we hope you do. But at our faculty, our staff, our administrators work every day with the goal of fostering inclusive prosperity for all Montanans. Our goal is to help every single member of our community reach their unique, full potential, and to sit where you are today. And I want to ask you, please don't take for granted how lucky, how fortunate you are to be a graduate. And as a alumni member, I want to encourage you to embrace the responsibility to serve your communities and your fellow citizens, to be leaders who will tackle some of the complex challenges facing our global society, and there's no shortage of those. So as you receive your degree today, when you join the ranks of alumni, remember that you stand on the shoulders of those who've been here before you, and that you will shape the future for those who will follow in your footsteps. So class of 2024, we are so proud of you. We are so happy for you, and we are incredibly excited to see what you will achieve in the years and the decades ahead. So congratulations, Grizzlies, and well done. And it is now my honor to share a video message from one of our outstanding students, the president of the Associated Students of the University of Montana, Maggie Bell.
Hello, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. What a wonderful day to be gathered. I've had the privilege of a lifetime serving as your student body president, and I want to start by saying congratulations. Looking around, the hundreds of us sitting in this room have each traveled a different journey to be here today. We've crossed rivers, climbed mountains, and battled snowstorms, literally and figuratively, to get to this point. It's taken true grit and determination, including quite a few late nights, maybe a potential caffeine dependency, and learning how to navigate an ever-changing and tumultuous post-pandemic world on the fly, which is no small feat. Today I want to recognize that so much had to happen for us to be together in this space and time. Every step, big or small, in each of our lives has led us to this culminating point, and what an accomplishment that is. I want to recognize the work that you, as graduates, put in to get this degree. At the end of the day, it was you who put in the years of hours of studying, doing homework, and stressing over exams and finals. You that was one step away from giving up, but didn't. I hope you all never doubt your ability to persist and do hard things as you move forward to the next chapter of your life. However, I'd be remiss if I tried to make it seem like we did this alone. Each of us has our networks of support, whether it's your dog, friends, or long-lost aunts. While we celebrate today, make sure to give your support a thanks. I know I wouldn't be here talking to you without my advisor, Professor Swazik Lebahan, my best friends and roommates, my family, and my vice president, Noah Vanderkar, keeping me sane and grounded. I hope that you recognize that although we've all had some failures, tough decisions, and uncomfortable moments, we've had even more successes and growth to show for it. Things always work out the way they're supposed to, and I believe that is why we're all here gathered today. Now let's graduate. Here's to the class of 2024. Always and forever, go Grizz.
Thank you, President Bell. It is now my pleasure to begin the conferral of degrees with our honorary doctorate candidate, Lily Gladstone. But first, let's learn a bit more about this amazing UM alum.
I first met Lily. We were both cast in Riders to the Sea. Bernadette Sweeney was the director of that.
And when we were in rehearsal for that production, I was very struck by the kinds of parallels she was able to draw between the Irish experience and her experience of colonialism, how smart and powerful her thinking was.
She was confident in all the work she had done to develop those characters, that she could just sit in it and not push and just like be so present.
Her attention and associations with elements in the play like poetry and ritual and repetition, gesture, all of those things were meaningful to her because of who she is and her experience of her cultural background.
Every night I could look at her and be like, Lily is 100% committed to the scene. Like, no matter what, every night she is showing up, completely committed.
She is an extraordinary performer. She's an incredibly talented actor. She's a really generous ensemble member. She's very smart. She does her homework. She does her research. And she is committed to making stories that matter. And if they matter to Lily, they should matter to all of us.
That's always been part of her too, is the activism through the storytelling. She's a trailblazer. I mean, she's made history.
She has opened doors that were never open before, and she has put some hugely crucial representation right at the center of the American arts.
I grew up on the res up in Polson, Montana, and you feel like you're not really gonna go anywhere, but you have these passions to go anywhere. Lily is a good representation of no matter where you come from, you're still able to succeed no matter what.
I'm very inspired by her. I told some of my friends that it kind of gives us hope. She came from here. She's been in this room that we're sitting in right now, and she's gone through the same process we're all going through. She's just taken a different path than what everybody else is going to take. Her path has led her to something absolutely extraordinary.
And I think believing in that, if you follow your passion, if you know it's truly what you love, like, don't let the outside world tell you how that should look, but fight for what feels right and forge your path.
She's the first, but she's by no means the last. Lily is a trailblazer, and she's already using her platform to showcase the work of Indigenous artists, jewelry makers, etc. I know that she's going to bring so many people forward with her, and that's a huge part of who she is, who she always was.
Please welcome Provost Adria Lawrence, Dean Michael Music, Professor of Theater Bernadette Sweeney, and Lily Gladstone.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents of the Montana University System, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby confer the Honorary Doctorate of Humane Letters to Lily Gladstone for her accomplishments as an award-winning actress, storyteller, and social justice advocate. Now, please join me in welcoming Elder Nina Bieksky, Dr. Mike Bruishead, who will perform an honor song.
Okay. Kit khana eksumatsim khwa handagak I toakak. Nis tonnakok ninäpiiksi. Ok muodiskan pitääkin. Antok nitääksin kuhtomua. Nitääksaapitsa. Good morning, everybody. Graduates, university delegates, family members, and people of the Blackfeet Nation. I am from Canada, and in our ways of the Blackfoot people, we don't call anybody cousins or nieces or nephew. We call them brothers and sisters. Lily is a little sister of mine. We come from the same clan, very powerful clan, and we're about the fourth, fifth generation of that clan. I will sing an honor song for my younger sister to honor her in her achievements. From the Blood Reserve, she has a huge following, and even unsurmountable across Canada. I think she's touched everybody in North America, and I'm really proud of her, and we're really proud of her. So this is the song that I'm going to sing for her. And all of you, when I'm singing, kind of have your own moment here. You always remember this day and this song. Sing it in your head. And if you can't sing it, just hum it. So bear with me. I will sing this song. Yeah, hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, hey, hey, yo, oh, yeah, yeah, hey, hey, yeah, hey, yo, oh, hey, yeah, hey, hey, yo, oh, hey, yeah, hey, hey, yo, oh, hey, yo, hey, 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 yo. Yeah, hey, hey, yeah, 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 hey, hey, yo, oh, hey, yeah, hey, hey, yeah, hey, yo, oh, hey, yeah, hey, hey, yo, oh, hey, yeah, hey, hey, yo, oh, hey, yo, hey, hey, yo. Yeah, hey, hey, yeah, 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 hey, hey, yo, oh, hey, yeah, hey, hey, yeah, hey, yo, oh, hey, yeah, hey, hey, yo, oh, hey, yeah, hey, hey, yo, oh, hey, yo, hey, hey, yo. Oh, hey, pitakewa, hey. Ah, hey, petakewa, hey. Ah, hey, petakewa, hey. Yeah, hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, hey, hey, yo, oh, hey. Yeah, hey, hey, yeah, hey, yo, oh, hey. Yeah, hey, hey, yo, oh, hey. Yeah, hey, hey, yo, oh, hey, yo, hey, 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 yo, ho. Thank you.
Now, please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Dr. Lily Gladstone, to our podium.
Okinaksukoiks, nestunitan kupitaki mahtotosikseketsitapi, iksukapi. All the best to all you graduates. Congratulations, class of 2024. 16 years ago, I don't know if I'm gonna get used to this title of doctor anytime soon. 16 years ago, I was where you all are. I was coming out of 4 years of my life dedicated. It was a lot of hard work. I'm probably feeling very similar, or I was feeling very similar to probably how a lot of you are feeling right now. Sleepy. A little bit stunned, excited, hopefully proud. Every single one of you sitting out there, be proud of what you did. Everybody here is so proud of you. It's a remarkable feat to do what you've all done. It's a lot of commitment. It's a lot of showing up. And you've done that one more time this morning. That commitment and that showing up is what is going to carry you from here forward. One thing that I was definitely feeling when I was sitting where you are today, 16 years ago, was honestly a bit of fear. The hard part feels like it's done, and I think the expectation or the not knowing what's next maybe is the scary thing. There is a safety in being in a program. There's a safety in being in a school, in having a direction, and having mentors all around you, having professors around you daily, having a schedule to keep to. Some of you may be going right back into that, going for a master's, eventually going for a doctorate. Maybe some of you will find the long way back around to an honorary doctorate someday. Whatever path you take, what guided you, I want everybody to just take a moment and hold your internal compass. Your soul lives here. Blackfeet, we say this is what guides us. Our soul lives where our heart lives. So just take a moment to hold it and think about the gift you've given yourself with your degree today, the gift you've given your communities and your families with your degree today, and thank that self of yours 4 years ago, or maybe longer, that started your first day here with that same fear, that same trepidation, that same unknown, that same newness. Thank that younger version of yourself. They were very brave. That version of yourself today is also having to be brave all over again. Life moves in circles. Me being here, it's a lot of circles. 16 is 4 rounds of 4. Done 4 rounds of 4 years to come back here today. But my compass has pointed to University of Montana for a long, long time. I chose to come here after my family left our reservation. We left Browning, we left East Glacier, we left the Blackfeet Reservation when I was 11 years old. And I spent middle school and high school in Seattle. And as soon as I could get back here, I found a way through UM. Didn't apply anywhere else. I was recruited by a couple Ivy Leagues that were looking for some high GPA natives to add to their roster, but none of them offered a standalone Native American Studies program like UM did. None of them also offered a conservatory theater approach like UM does. There was everything that I wanted here, but mostly my compass was pointing me home. I don't know where all of your compasses point you, but trust that whatever brought you here, that same voice is going to guide you from here on out. Talking about how life moves in circles, you've completed a round of 4 years to get this degree. You've come full circle. Commencement, this is just almost a cliche to say this at this point, but you're at the end of your study, but you're at the beginning. Commencement is the beginning, and it's so beautiful that commencement happens in the spring when life is renewing, life is brand new. And that phase of life, that early spring, that kind of childhood phase that you maybe are finding yourselves in now, where you're taking baby steps postgraduate into an unknown, maybe scary world. You're supposed to be a little bit scared. You're supposed to be a little bit wobbly in that. And one of the great gifts of that new beginning, I have to, just for a moment and an aside, very deeply thank my society, Auntie Theta Newbreast. We're both in Women's Headdress Society. And I traveled in from New York. I'm traveling out to France tomorrow. TSA is not kind to ceremonial items, to sacred items, and we have to be very protective of these. So mine is protected safe at home, close to my parents. And Theta, because we're both in the same society, we're both representing a lot of the same things, has asked me this morning if I would wear hers instead. So I'm wearing her headdress here today. As you know, we walk with our community. President Bodnar said, serve your communities. That will always guide you when your compass feels off. Tune it back to your communities and it will guide you home. So Theta, when we were getting ready, when she was preparing her headdress for me to wear it for this moment, we prayed. And one of the things she prayed for that comes with this new beginning, this commencement, one of the gifts of life, one of the gifts of newness, one of the gifts of childhood, which is kind of a cycle you're stepping into again in a way, is joy. So that's my prayer for all of you out there today as well. Through the sleepiness, through the pride, through the nervousness of a new beginning, find the joy. Be so grateful for what you've done, for what's brought you here. Wherever you go from here, I mean, like I said, it was a really, really long circle that brought me back around here. When I graduated in 2008 with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Acting and Directing and a minor in Native American Studies, I watched half of my class break off and go to Los Angeles to pursue the dream. Watched the other half of the class break off and go to New York to pursue the dream. And I kind of looked both directions and didn't feel a draw. It was a little bit too new, a little bit too scary to jump into those unknowns. And I kind of did the unconventional thing. I stayed put. There was something that pointed my compass here, that kept my compass here, and I stayed here for a good long time before a lot of films came here, a lot of community came here, before Hank Green and SciShow moved into town and gave a lot of us new graduates from media arts and theater a job. You never know, there's no formula. And I just say that because it's kind of expected, it's the norm, if you graduate with an acting degree, if your aspirations are to act, to go to LA, to go to New York. Whatever field you're graduating from, you probably have a little bit of that same voice in your head. What's the norm? What's the expected thing to do? What is going to most likely, what's statistically going to give me the highest chance of success? The world doesn't really move in a formula, other than things kind of moving circularly. And that's one thing that I've learned over a lot of years. But really the only barometer that you're going to have that you can trust is your heart. By staying here, I started getting lead roles in independent films when a lot of my very talented, equally talented, if not more talented friends who had moved to New York and LA were struggling to find an agent still. I found a Montana agent. I grew my career slowly in a place that I wanted to also build community, wanted to bring more storytelling opportunities to Montana, and particularly to all of our native nations, and just kept plugging away. Found that my degree served my soul very well, applying what I did to activism, to working with youth, to working with particularly reservation youth. Because acting, you tune your instrument, which is your body, which guides you through your whole life. And the stronger that connection is, the more command you have of your instrument, the more strength and command you have of your life, of the world around you. So it actually honestly kind of surprised me that my trajectory eventually landed me in Hollywood, landed me on Broadway. After a lot of roundabouts and a lot of opportunities that were led with my heart first in service of people, using the gift I've been given, like all of you have been given and have had the opportunity to nurture and advance, by just following that creative instinct, that impulse, whatever it is that drove me, and listening to it first, not the chatter of what was more expected, not the chatter of what would be safer, what feels right. So maybe to help assuage some of this fear in all of you, this fear of the unknown, in solidarity, I decided to come up here this morning and also embrace the unknown with you. I didn't write a speech. I feel like I've spent the last 16 years since I was sitting where you are writing or gathering experience, gathering life in my heart. And that's the gift this morning. All of my words come directly from watching all of you come in, sit down, laugh with your friends, that please stay in touch with each other. It's precious and it goes fast. Life will take you a lot of different ways, but it's really important to keep coming back around and checking in with each other. So you guys helped each other get through something really tremendous, and your family forever now for that. Watching you wave to all of the people who have traveled so far in the stands to see you all be here to graduate. I also just have to give a special shout out to all of you who are first generation grads. Your families are so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And like Bernadette said in that beautiful video, like me, y'all might be the first, but you're definitely not gonna be the last. You've opened a door for the rest of your family, for the rest of your communities. And it's probably took a little extra courage to get through it without necessarily having a guide that you could call home to and ask about what their experience was. You forged your own path, and I have immense respect for all of you. But now everybody's kind of starting over again together. So as you all take your first steps, your first little baby steps back out into the world, as you commence on your new journey, wherever that goes, lead with your heart. Lead with joy. Lead with compassion. You may be very skilled in whatever field it is that you've just picked up. You can tuck that in your belt, but that's a supporting framework that should always prop up your kindness, your care for the world around you. And I'm so excited that this class is going out to help make this world a better, more just, more compassionate, more joyful place. So, thank you all. Be well, be safe, safe travels to everybody, wherever you return to from here. And yeah, have some fun.
Please welcome to the stage Dean Ashby Kinch.
Needless to say, a tough act to follow. But some amazing individuals are about to cross the stage who will join Lily Gladstone today as doctors. Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy please rise and approach the stage? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the University of Montana and the Graduate School, I am pleased to present the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. These students have spent years completing coursework, developing as teaching and research professionals, and pushing the boundaries of knowledge. Their work will enrich the lives of many in the years to come. Maricela Chavez, PhD, Forest and Conservation Sciences, hooded by Dr. Lori Young, her advisor, dissertation title, From the Milpa to the Kitchen, Milpero and Campesino Socioecological Resilience and Agro-Biodiversity Conservation in Yucatan and Oaxaca, Mexico. Leah Marie Fisher, PhD, Fish and Wildlife Biology, hooded by Dr. Angie Luis and Dr. Windsor Lowe. Dissertation title, Insights from the Environment, Unveiling Methodological Biases and the Impacts of Beaver-Mediated Environmental Variation on Amphibian Parasite Dynamics. Mark Regier Kreider, PhD, Forest and Conservation Sciences, hooded by Dr. Andrew Larson. Dissertation title, Wildfires, Climate, and Equity Towards Sustainable Forest Management and Conservation. Elizabeth Marie Aragali, PhD, Pharmaceutical Sciences and Drug Design, hooded by Dr. Monica Serban. Dissertation title, Synthesis and Characterization of Novel Biomaterials, the Use of Hyaluronan for Autologic Applications and Silk Fibroin for Sensing Applications. Jack Staples, PhD, Pharmaceutical Sciences and Drug Design, hooded by Dr. Monica Serban, a twofer for Monica. Dissertation title, Precision Medicine Research in Rural and Underserved Populations in Montana. Catherine Christensen, PhD, Integrative Physiology and Rehabilitation Sciences, hooded by Dr. Charles Dumke. Dissertation title, The Influence of Sex Hormones on the Physiological Response to Exercise in Females. Jenna Ray Griffin, PhD, Speech, Language, and Hearing Sciences, hooded by Dr. Catherine Off. Dissertation title, An Investigation of 3 Service Delivery Models on Cognitive Linguistic and Psychosocial Well-Being, Outcomes for Stroke Survivors with Chronic Aphasia. MD Zahid Hassan, PhD, Public Health, hooded by Dr. Curtis Noonan. Dissertation title, An Investigation of Cardiovascular Health of Wildland Firefighters and Impact of Temperature on Occupational Injuries Among Workers. Juthika Jayendra Thakur, PhD, Public Health, hooded by Dr. Sophia Newcomer. Dissertation title, Evaluating Nurse Engagement with and Opportunities for Human Papillomavirus Vaccine Promotion in Montana. On behalf of the graduate school, I congratulate these distinguished individuals and wish them the best of luck as they use their skills, talents, and ideas to improve our society. Next, oh, yeah, please, yes, yes. Will the candidates for all master's degrees please rise? President Bodnar, these students who have completed rigorous courses of study will provide professional expertise, research acumen, and creative talent in the years ahead. We are conferring a special master's degree to Mr. Roger Savage, who completed all his course requirements for the master's in 1966, before a decade as a smoke jumper for the U.S. Forest Service. In recognition of his professional accomplishment and his dedication to preserving the service records and history of smoke jumpers for future generations, the graduate school is delighted to confer upon him the degree of Masters of Science in Forestry. Please be seated.
Please welcome to the stage Provost Adria Lawrence.
Mr. President, it is an honor to stand before you as Provost to honor these accomplishments of all of our graduates. Those of you in the audience may have noticed that many of our graduates are wearing cords and stoles with their regalia. These honor their academic achievements, their involvement in student groups, and their dedication to their education. A full list of cords and stoles can be found in our electronic program. Let us recognize these students and their achievements. Now I ask all students wearing red, white, and blue cords to rise. These students wear the colors of the American flag in honor of their military service. Please recognize these graduates who served or are currently serving our country. Thank you. Many of our graduates are wearing white stoles with their regalia. These students are the first in their family to obtain a college degree. Please join me in recognizing their hard work. Finally, you will notice that several of our graduates are wearing maroon stoles with their regalia. These are called stoles of gratitude. After the ceremony, the stole is given as a symbol of appreciation from a graduate to a special person who provided support during their academic career. It is now my pleasure to introduce Timothy Nichols, Dean of the Davidson Honors College.
Will the candidates for graduation in the Davidson Honors College please stand? Mr. President, I am happy to present these candidates, students who have affirmed their commitment to academic excellence, ethical integrity, and service to their community. The students who have successfully completed the Honors College requirements will graduate with the distinction of University Scholar. Let us now recognize these University Scholars. Please be seated.
Chair of Faculty Senate, Lauren Fern.
Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the presentation of candidates. Our assembled academic deans will call forward their graduates to cross the stage and receive their degree. I ask that everyone in attendance stay until all graduates have been called and the president has conferred all degrees.
For degrees in the College of the Arts and Media, Dean Michael Music.
Will the candidates for the degrees in the College of the Arts and Media please approach the stage? Mr. President, it is an honor to introduce the candidates who will serve our democracy as they report the news in all forms of media, as well as our emerging artists and content creators who will enrich all of our lives with their creativity and imaginations through their contributions in art, journalism, media arts, music, and theater and dance.
Alexis Lotz.
Sydney Bean.
Jeannie Lee Jones.
Aaron Schmaus.
Rachel E. Kronk.
Bridget Lynn Pack.
Tracy Bosshart.
Carrie Lynn Spradlin. Tanya Gardner.
Jan Chiselski.
Justin Ross.
Grace Kamech.
Allison Doobie.
Ashley Kate Wilson.
Samuel Edward Purvis.
Chrissy Clements.
Adrian Cook.
Joshua Moyer.
Bonnie M. Pace.
Majifa Farhar.
Mackenzie Dean.
Georgia Ray Hawthorne.
Madeline Claire Staples.
Daisy Coyne.
Kevin M. Wade.
Sarah Henderson.
Eleanor Smith.
Alexandra Wagner.
Randy Kai Williams.
Brandon James Clark.
Maximilian Xavier Duprat.
Andy Tallman.
Christine Compton. Emily.
Haley Yarborough.
Emily Shetter.
McKenna Ryan Johnson.
Chloe Elizabeth Olsgaard.
Nancy Beston.
Lucas Prinos.
Christopher Lodman.
Ava Rosvold.
Rena El Haj.
Kathleen Elizabeth Dozier.
Megan Elaine Fortoris.
Keisha Gerhart.
Josie Libby.
Michael Beverly.
Spencer Wilson Stern.
Kevin Willie.
Kyle Joseph Fuchsa.
Liasi Manua.
Calby Ann Van Hollebeck.
Jayla Mitchell.
Alex C. Crisp.
Bethany Rapian.
Kenna Phillips.
Katie Thompson.
Gabriel Vincent Gray.
Amanda M. Binaco.
Landon S. Kleeman.
Douglas D. Higgins.
Cody Kroll.
Mark Harvey.
Elizabeth Rzinski.
Brady Hanson.
Jessica Henderson.
Morgan Marie Bowman.
Dane A. Thompson.
Jackson Spring.
Nathaniel Gregory Spilker.
Jason Bernardi.
Sarah Jane Sizemore.
Kanan Maitu Harrington Moon.
Kendall Jean Skoog.
Everett Works.
John Chase Wells Knutson.
Chase Collins.
Kevin Stevens.
Elizabeth Patrice Ellsworth.
Cubby Renee Arthur Rada.
Cassandra Odette Berg.
Andrew Arthur Lotus.
Violet Nowlin.
Danielle Ann Hoyer.
Elise Hope Clayton.
Ricky Johnson.
Blake Sowers.
Brady Stephen Grenfell.
Alicia J. Griggs.
Julia Lawane Duarte.
Celie Garrett.
Elizabeth Lundgren.
Maria Chimarusti.
Leona Dillon.
Raya N. Fanusi.
For degrees in the W.A. Franke College of Forestry and Conservation, Dean Alan Townsend.
Mike? Will the candidates for master's and bachelor's degrees in the W.A. Franke College of Forestry and Conservation please approach the stage, as you have. Mr. President, it is a pleasure to introduce these candidates who will provide leadership for managing, restoring, and protecting our natural resources and the environment we all share, as they help guide us to a sustainable future.
Peter Mundrove Grimes.
Travis Theodore Beck.
Harley Dean Benoit.
Levi Jack Weathered.
Sawyer Elsie Voska.
Carson Burrell.
Jaden May Stansberry.
Jocelyn Stansberry.
Vincent Gugliotti.
August Nathan Tolsman.
Bronson M. Sheehan.
Patrick Lee White.
Toby Louise Dunn.
Mara Lynn Rodriguez.
Kaylee Norman.
Jacqueline W. Olexa.
Kale Wonders.
Sebastian Driver.
Dalton Thunstrom.
Maxwell Reed Posey.
Janet Tommy Landsberg.
Zachary Daniel Turner.
Tyler Varga.
Ivan Jacob Kloberdons.
Kevin Eugene Niehaus.
Logan R. Tullock.
Eric Ray.
Christian T. Otis.
Anya Salter.
John W. Erb.
Jessamine Hannah Hayes.
Junior Burks.
Lucas James Baum.
Ashley Sutton.
Jacob Waters.
Lily Ann McPherson.
Abigail Sherwood.
Emily Silverthorne.
Justin Toffelmeyer.
Gabriella Marie Byers.
Caden Celissa Maderos.
Andrew Wiley Jenkins.
Thomas Reed Barbie. Landon Joel McGee.
Carver Edward Butterfield.
Jessica Reyes.
Abigail League.
Kelsey Miller.
Liv Lundeen.
Margaret Boyd Woods.
Sophie Aaron.
Gabriella Adams.
Anna Ross.
Michelle E. Filion.
Katie Thompson.
Sophie Ann Morris.
Kelsey Ellen Phillips.
Hannah Rachel Rustvold.
Brittany Schilling.
Kylin Jarman.
Justin Griggs.
Molly Lagasse.
Alex James Friend.
Andrew Carr.
Tessa Grace Jardin.
Logan R. Sanders.
Abby Filzer.
Samantha Mobley.
Otto McDonald.
Jackman Mitchell Robo.
William W. Estrada.
Joseph L. Zecker.
Silas Jensen.
Jeremiah Charles Nicholson.
Finian Bettler.
Anna Marie Klein.
Ella Gaffney.
Nina Vermolen.
Cameron Rasmussen.
Samuel Lepre.
Samuel Yaxheimer.
Marissa Ann Elizabeth Acosta.
Stephanie Ann Soriano Inge.
Sophia Rose Hune.
Oliver Vernon.
Morgan Christopher Gibson.
Jacob Henry Bars.
Brody Kalen Stevens.
Cole Hugus.
Eric William Pratt.
Rihanna Bowers.
Shelby Sangador.
Delaney Faye Welts.
Emma Lawrence.
Ruby Shipf.
Jared Andrew Williams.
Henry Morrison.
Roger Owen Moore.
For degrees and certificates in the College of Health, Dean Reed Humphrey.
Special shout out to the Forestry and Conservation Branch Brigade. Will the candidates for the degrees in the College of Health please approach the stage? Mr. President, I am pleased to present these candidates who will become key members of the health professional teams who will serve our society to ensure its well-being.
Gabrielle McCabe.
Cesar Bonilla.
Matthew James Feth.
Courtney Rose Nusito.
Jocelyn Elizabeth Olson.
River Gerard Seeger.
Davidra Barnes.
Sequoia Gregorich.
Paige McCarty Kauth.
Ellie G. McCarty.
Carly Michaela Byrne. Angel Charlo Hughes. Sierra Macmillan. Kayla Jo Bittle. Alicia Camel. Haley Adams. Jesse Anna Kulinich Griffith. Rachel Aaron Freeman. Katrin Rosen. Megan Fisher. Riley Hector. Jacqueline Long. Valentina McLaughlin. Terea Lee Venner. Leah Nicole Smith. Ash Sperry. Amanda Alfaro Cheverri. Tarek Assam Farouk. Kaylee Nicole Shockley. Frank Marcy. John Edwards. Nathaniel Stiffarm. Samantha M. Yeager. Ashley Olivia Cousins. Alexa Megan Heckman. Chanpreet Singh Samra. Jace Michael Davidson. Jason Shustari. Austin R. Tripp. Delaney Schultz. Sue U. Haley Ray Warren. Larae Dahl. Sarah Eckelboom. Kayla Lynn Keller. Stephanie Lynn Rollins. Caitlin Rochelle Kirby. Liberty Broughton. John A. Woods. Samara DeBrooker. Isaac Paul Sessoms. Wyatt Ethan Wegener. Brianna Flynn. Cole Matthews. Jaron Kyle Weganlu. Mackenzie Simpkins. Abby Flynn. Emily Brooke Madden. Molly Quarry. Emma Jacobson. Jaysha Jagers.
Ashley Johnson.
Marissa Dunham.
Elizabeth Trin Burt.
Trevor Weck.
Raphael Laprouse.
Chance Shulzitsky.
Taylor Harper.
Cole Fear.
Kamahu Abraham Harlow Pasadaba.
Stevie Christine Schramm.
Cecilia Ann Thomas.
Isaac Cameron Nord.
Rachel Juanita Berry.
Madeline Snow.
Shaylee Cheyenne Stowers.
Sapphire J. Pilney.
Alexandria Aaron Manuel.
Rebecca Paycheck.
Mesa Walters.
Adam Patrick Mays.
Nicole Boyson.
Eleanor Carter.
Kelly Ann Swayer.
Emma Corrine Hines.
Briley By.
Ella Peterson.
McKenna Lee.
Aaliyah Paris.
Kimberly Gardepy.
Yana Deniskic.
Alexis Schmier.
Caitlin Savannah Hepburn.
Jordan Elizabeth Jean Sawyer.
Caitlin Nicole Cox.
Avalise Smith.
Joshua R. Neal.
McKinley Mahalish.
Cassidy Strizik.
Claire Smith.
Shannon Welby.
Kylie Harrington.
Violet Rosenquist.
Cal Axamet.
Valine Talks Different.
Mickey Lepan.
Sydney Ray Luvar.
Riley McBride.
Abigail Ptolemy Barsonas.
Helena D. Mystery.
Adele Durandager.
Olivia French.
Cassidy Heinley.
Chloe Jean Bryson.
Madison Lynn Thiessen.
Marie Claire Kester.
Kinsey Roberts.
Sally Jackson.
Natalie Johansson.
Stacy Marie Hooper.
Natalie Kellogg.
Isabel Melissa Spinty.
Sydney Marie Stoner.
Lily Smith.
Lily Heyer.
Allison Nicole Brienne Hill.
Morgan Catherine Anderson.
Ashton Andra Harmson.
Zoe Sullivan.
Kanaya Camille Smith.
Brittany Ann O'Connell.
Deborah Marie Delameda.
Courtney Ratey.
Elizabeth Mary Myers.
Raven Josie Scott.
Chua Tao.
Laura Kova.
Ashley McCrory.
Ashley Ray Pitch.
Lindsay Williams.
For degrees in the College of Business, Dean Suzanne Tillman.
Will all candidates for master's and bachelor's degrees in the College of Business please approach the stage? These graduates will go forth to make an immediate and sustained impact on business and society. Mr. President, I am pleased to present tomorrow's business leaders.
Richard Lewis Terry.
Bryce James Fenwick.
Ashley Hardin.
Sienna Rose Siseski.
Haley Jean Farley.
I thought you were his. I need your name. Oh, no,
I got it.
John Heskett.
Thomas Michael Heskett.
Ryan Kirk.
Jaron Matthew Smirker.
Nathan Gardner.
Tyler D. Cantley.
Abigail Phillips.
Madison Mackenzie Cecil.
Charlie Boone.
Samantha Olson.
Kylie Gallagher.
Cameron LaFond.
Cash Kelly.
Lalu Oki.
Jonathan Brown.
Matthew Ganji.
Carly Rose Cushman.
Tyler James Staub.
Dylan Kartheiser.
Delaney Kathleen Ogle.
Gabrielle Kotke.
Alexander Waring.
Zachary L. Sklars.
Aaron Kayleen Murphy.
Kaya Schrader.
Luke Gates.
Maximus Drew.
Cutter William John Thatcher.
Danielle Heltzley.
Colin Baker.
Sarah Keller.
London Nicole Raymaker.
Liv Wilson.
Molly Ann Keller.
Lily Hendon.
Alexandra Gunset.
Caitlin Mackenzie Barbian.
Amara Graham.
Annie Sokolowski.
Ellie Carolyn Leidy.
Mackenzie Tutty.
Kyler Buckley.
Joel William Christofferson.
Harrison Scott Bartlett.
Cale Reinfert.
Jared D. Shue Jr.
Danielle Nicholas Guy Anderson.
Zachary Holter Gillespie.
Grant Long.
Serena Rose Everest.
Estelle Ann Hyde.
Allison Tikip.
Carly Tip.
Joseph Matthew Bentel.
Peyton Brammer.
Grayson Tabor Pieball.
Declan McCabe.
Eric Cameron Barker.
Colin B. Drees.
Gabriel Anthony Tehista Longen.
Brandon Casey.
Bryce R. Vanderwoody.
Philip Matthew Resch.
Peter Curran.
J. Coulter Stevenson.
Trevor Wilson.
Austin Arms.
Peyton Sullivan.
Taylor Pontrelli.
Riley Elizabeth Owens.
Alexandra Lavinia Capusan.
Nicholas Scharbach.
Quentin Truman Lamers.
Aiden James Kaiser.
Jaden Hettick.
Dylan B. Nordberg.
W. Preston Jones.
Jamie Jacobson.
Soren Seavrud.
Cole Robert Warnica.
Victoria Lorraine Driscoll.
Alyssa Marie Blackford.
Lexi Ann Gibson.
Maura Eileen Lynch.
Jessica Ann Toby.
Logan Fisher.
Bryce Mitchell Hagan.
Caden Fox.
Kendall Bree Burcham.
Amelia Dreyfall.
Danielle Nicole Goddard.
Peyton Stewart.
Isaac Erling.
Cade James McWilliams.
Robert Morris.
Alexandria Bruton.
Amelia Faye Ferrier.
Jereka Renee Land Temple.
Haley Ann Riddle.
Laura Clegg.
Colin Mender.
Turner Massey McCullough. Is that you? Yeah. Chloe Ray Brown.
Chloe Marks.
Is it Chloe May? Chloe Ray Brown.
Daniel Liner.
Ryan H. Cantrell.
Gavin Ulbrich.
Adam Kolikatronis.
Jason Tanner.
Matthew Curtis Spar.
Owen Lewis.
Hai Hong Shu.
Wyatt Smith.
Can I see that again, please? What's your last name? Martin Nieto. Gabriel Martin Nieto.
Moritz Stuga.
Brittany Thompson.
Aaron Dawn Hagen.
Christina Marple. Spencer Austin Martinez.
Cade Squires.
Spencer Austin Martinez.
Grant Rosebarski.
John Schubert.
Riley Chenard.
Elena Rubalid.
Aishweta Suresh.
Quinn Seibert.
Jack Berry.
Lena Lori Lilani Spays.
Megan McGann.
Lena Ost Larson.
Stacy Lynn Alderdice.
Aiden Wagers.
James Stephen Paul.
Siena Greto Madrano.
Camilla Aurora Kalanikoa Tanaka.
Morgan Widow.
Trinity Powell.
Alexandria Aleta May Edwards.
Shelby Cedarberg.
Jacob William Leninger.
Jacob Roble.
Michael Evans.
Edward Colbert.
Tasha Southbine.
Luke Robinson.
Brittany Johnson.
Darcy K. Temple.
Lydia Jean Hockett.
Braxton Roth.
Eric Plumage.
Dana Cicely Cuccia.
Tierra Rose McQueen.
Benjamin Pilgrim.
Please welcome Provost Lawrence.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the University of Montana, I am pleased to present these candidates, along with our students attending virtually, for the degrees in their respective fields.
Thank you, Provost Lawrence. So we're officially at the halfway mark of today's ceremony. No, I'm just kidding. But before we close today, on behalf of the entire University of Montana community, I want to thank everyone for attending today and taking part in this wonderful ceremony. I also would like to ask our audience to please remain seated during the recessional. And now, graduates, we have one more very important part. For some instructions, I'm about to say some very official language to confer your degrees. And once I say that, we're going to try a coordinated hat toss in the air. This is kind of like your last test as a Grizzly. Are y'all ready for this? Okay. All right. So here we go, graduates. Now, please rise if you're able. And I'm going to read this language, and then on a count of 3, we're going to toss those caps. All ready? All right, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the regents of the Montana University System, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I hereby confer the degrees upon those of you who have successfully completed all requirements in the fields indicated in the commencement program. I present to you the class of 2024 graduates. 1, 2, 3, toss those caps! Congratulations, everyone.